Que pedo, they say, with a grin or a frown. A phrase that's as strange as it is renowned. It means, what fart? But don't be confused. It's not about smells. It's how it is used. When greeting a friend after quite a long while, que pedo, you shout, with a laugh and a smile. But when something odd makes your mind start to race, que pedo, you say, with a look on your face. And when someone's angry and wants to fight, que pedo, you ask, ready to take flight. It's all in the tone, whether playful or snide. Que pedo is versatile with nothing to hide. So next time you're puzzled or want to connect, give que pedo a try. It'll have an effect. From greetings to brawls, it's the phrase for the day. Just remember, my friend, how to use it the right way. Que pedo.
Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Que pedo, cluster! I love that expression. It's not quite dinner table, but you can use que pedo whenever you're happy to see someone. But as Logan pointed, que pedo can be said with either a grin or a frown. Dora was in a good mood this morning, and this is why she put out another little poem. But for the rest of us, it is Thursday, August 29. It is a pleasure to see you this morning here at Coffee and Headlines. Luna is chilling next to me as I enjoy it. And today we have interesting news to share. We are going to answer a question. We're going to answer a question from a viewer that is interested in decorating. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to share a little bit of feedback from yesterday's spotlight, which was absolutely divine. So we might as well get going with what we have. And we start with bittersweet news. Well, only bittersweet because they're both ending their government period. President López Obrador and Enrique Alfaro met at the National Palace for the final time as President of Mexico and Governor of Jalisco, respectively. As previously announced, they discussed pending projects that need urgent follow-up, such as the maintenance of federal highways in our state and the supervision of Línea 4, the fourth subway line in the Guadalajara metropolitan area. Aside from any political differences we've had through the years, said Governor Alfaro, we've always addressed one another with mutual respect and affection. I've always seen a political leader in him without whom I wouldn't be able to explain everything I've managed to accomplish in my career. What a nice way to part ways as president and governor. I hope that the meeting was not only successful, but it will actually lead to important follow-up on those and other matters. Now, let us continue, speaking of follow-up, discussing this little snafu. Now, Canada has broken silence after the ambassadorial snafu that prompted President López Obrador to temporarily sever ties with the United States and Canadian ambassadors in Mexico. A spokesperson from Canada's External Affairs Ministry has stated that Canada, and I'm quoting, fully respects Mexico's sovereignty and has no intention to intervene in the country's internal affairs. Tómala, United States. Maybe you can learn a little bit about that from your upstairs neighbors. And that deserves one of these. There you go. And of course, in yesterday's press conference, President López Obrador reiterated, what a horrible word. I know it, I've read it, but let's change it for something else. And in yesterday's press conference, President López Obrador restated that his beef is with the ambassadors, not the actual countries. And I quote, "The pause continues because they are only ambassadors. It's not their place to express their personal opinion on affairs that are truly internal." Once again, tómala. And here's a promise I'll hold on to, just in case. Mayor-elect Luis Munguia has promised that he would make sure that all city buses in Puerto Vallarta are air-conditioned, even while he did not clarify where the budget for them would come from. But a promise is a promise. Just remember that you read it here at Coffee and Headlines. As a regular bus rider, I certainly hope that this will be the case. And now let's jump to the weather, but first, let's have a look at this. September is Mexican Independence Month, and here at Paco Ojeda on Music, we've decided to dedicate our 3 music appreciation presentations of the month to Mexico. We begin with Mexico's Soulful Storytellers on September 5th, where we will explore the lives and legacies of 5 influential Mexican traditional songwriters: Agustín Lara, Consuelo Velázquez, Armando Manzanero, José Alfredo Jiménez, and Juan Gabriel. Viva México on September 12th will feature some of our country's most iconic music as it relates to this very special time of the year. In addition, we will share short stories that will hopefully provide a deeper appreciation of what makes our country so special. Finally, on September 26th, Great Mexican Songs Volume 2 will offer valuable insights on a new selection of popular Mexican songs you may have heard before, along with others considered essential listening for us Mexicans. Celebrate Mexico's independence by celebrating our music. And be sure to follow our Facebook page for more details about these events. And here we are at the weather. It says here, rain stopping in 6 minutes. You can stop loading your loved ones onto that life raft. And what a thunderstorm we had last night. So much for the early week forecast that said that we would not have a lot of rain in Jalisco this week. It turned out to be exactly the opposite. We've had lovely evening thunder showers every single night, and I hope tonight is not an exception. Right now, we are enjoying 30 degrees Celsius. Humidity is at 76%, and our weather forecast says that we're going to have rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 50%, a high of 32, and a low of 24. Then tomorrow, rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 62%, a high of 32, and a low of 24. Then Saturday, scattered thunderstorms possible throughout the day, a chance of rain of 93%. It'll be a wet weekend, a high of 32, and a low of 24. Continuing with the news that I have to share with you, this one caught my attention this morning. For some inexplicable reason, Colombian writer Gabriel Garcia Marquez's novel Cien Años de Soledad, or 100 Years of Solitude, which was originally published in 1967, has become an unprecedented bestseller in Japan. Who knew? It was originally translated to Japanese all the way back in 1972, and the surge on sales could have something to do either with the 10th anniversary of the author's passing, or perhaps due to the fact that Netflix is prepping a series based on the book. And what is the book about, you may ask? Well, 100 Years of Solitude is a sprawling epic that chronicles the lives of 7 generations of the Buendia family in the fictional Colombian town of Macondo. The novel explores themes of isolation, family, love, and the cyclical nature of history. It's a magical realist work incorporating fantastical elements into a realistic setting. The Buendia family's story is intertwined with the town's history as Macondo, the town itself, undergoes a transformation from a secluded village to a bustling metropolis. And of course, the novel is also available in English, and it is considered a must-read volume of Latin American literature. There you have it. I also want to let you know that yesterday's spotlight was divine in so many ways. First of all, we had an amazing guest, Agustina, or Agus, as she's known locally, Agus Eitileda. She is a Spanish instructor. She is a fitness trainer. She is a tour guide. She makes the most amazing natural peanut and cashew butter. And she's an actor. She works in the local productions of Teatro Sin Borders, and she was a lot of fun to speak with yesterday. And of course, yesterday we started our test run of a brand new camcorder that I was able to get thanks to our community partners that allows me to switch views from 2 interviewees together to 1 interviewee alone using the same camera. So it was a great opportunity to put the new equipment for a lovely test. And of course, this will be available in your show notes in case you didn't get a chance to watch the interview yesterday. And before we get into our chit chat, I have an email message that I received, and I thought the answer would be useful to more than one. And whenever that is the case, we bring it up here in the broadcast. And the question was, "Hi Paco, I know there is a place in Puerto Vallarta that sells off furnishings from the hotels and resorts. I thought that I had learned about it from you, and I am hoping you can tell me the name, location of said shop. Sincerely, desperately seeking decor." Well, desperately, thank you very much for reaching out. It is a pleasure to answer your question. There are 2 bazaars that sell used stuff from hotels, and they both go to benefit a local nonprofit called Impulso de Águila. So the bazaar is located in 2 different places. The location that is near the stadium has smaller items like appliances, irons, things like that, whereas the location located in Pitillal has the bigger stuff, furniture and linens and whatnot. So I forget the name of the bazaars, but I will definitely include this information in the show notes so that you can go shopping for slightly used items. I have heard from friends that have shopped there, and there can be some amazing good deals found there. And of course, back to the spotlight, we will be publishing the new registration form for this coming week's show. So in case you have something that you wish to promote, the spotlight is getting better and better each time, and I am so excited. We had an audience again. A couple of people stopped by to hang out with us, and it was a lot of fun. Now, let's take a look at your comments, but first, this. And I see good afternoons and good mornings. It is a pleasure to read that. Oh, Gary, great spotlight yesterday. Agus was so upbeat and personable. Thank you very much for that, Gary. Of course, you know you are always welcome in the spotlight as you promote both your fundraising efforts locally through the Amapas Neighborhood Association and your organizational efforts from abroad. Let's see what else we have. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. ¿Qué pedo, Betsy? ¿Qué pedo, güey? ¿Qué pedo? It's great to see you. I love that expression. It is a wonderful expression. My mother would probably not approve of it, but that's okay. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Oh, thank you very much, Karen. You know, one of the things that Agus and I talked about yesterday, she's from Argentina, and of course I am from Mexico, and we talked about common words in both countries that have a dirty meaning in the other country. And to get into those details, well, you'll have to watch the interview, which was just so much fun. I loved it. So Kathy is off with her girlfriends enjoying lunch at Buck Knuckles. I love it. I have to remember that expression because I learned its meaning yesterday, and it sounds just lovely. Enjoy your Panda Express, Den. I hope to see you sometime soon. You're coming back to Puerto Vallarta in a matter of weeks, maybe? Let's see. We need Dora to put together a list of all the promises Munguia has made. Oh, that would be a fun poem. Absolutely. What is going on? I have been hearing that AMLO is very chummy with Cuba, Russia, and China. Is that true? Well, it is only true, Angelica, when it is printed by credible sources. So I would ask you, where have you hearing about this? If you're hearing about it in credible sources or from credible sources, chances are that it is true. If you haven't, well, you know how it goes. Let's see what else we have. 100 Years of Solitude is an excellent book. A little bit in the on the magic side. Yes, I read it in college, and now it's time to read it again if it's going to become a Netflix series. Today is Thursday. Get yourself a cocktail, enjoy yourself. Well, today is Thursday at El Rey Lounge in Versalles. So I'm wondering if my drinking buddies are going to be into getting a cocktail later on this afternoon. Hint, hint, hint. If anybody wants to go for gay cocktails, just let me know. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I love a highly well-informed cluster member. Logan says, if you've been following, you'll notice he's also one of the only, Lopez Obrador, is one of the only Latin American administrations to not condemn Venezuela's recent sham elections. Maduro's recent sham elections in Venezuela. Thank you very much for that, Logan. Let's see. Mark said yesterday was awesome. Great spotlight. I had no idea that you were taking Spanish lessons with Agus, so it was fun to see your comments. She has good energy. Oh my God, yes, she does. She totally does. Thank you, Brian. Bazar Impulso de Águila. I thought that was the name of the organization. I think that is also the name of the organization. I will leave that information in the show notes, and I am sure that Desperately Seeking Decor will be happy to read the information. And with that said, it is time to wrap up this edition of Coffee and Headlines. It is always a pleasure to connect with you and put Dora to good use and put Luna to good use. Of course, this is possible thanks to your wonderful contributions, and it's also possible thanks to your curiosity. Whenever you are curious about something and you let me know, you're letting me know that it means something to you, and I'd really, really appreciate that. So go and have a wonderful Thursday. Go have a cocktail somewhere. Have fun. Stay in touch, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good one.